First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some more.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Rosen. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped a double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On third down, Weathers. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Rosen on first and 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Williams. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They run it with Balaj. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's fourth down.
57. Ain't no such thing. We taking wins home. Out. Check 9. 22 jet bomber.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Deion Kane with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. And it'll be Dalton again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Passing, it's Dalton, and he fends him off. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross, as the first half is winding down. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's going to loft this one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. From the 40 now on second down, Dalton.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Dalton now to pass. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Dalton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, here's second and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Rosen on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Check 25.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Now they go screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Going for Metcalf on the This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, 51 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will extend this big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton sets up play action. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Another chance for Dalton. And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and his... Crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run on 1st down. Weathers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A first throw for the backup Jackson, rolling to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Tyree Jackson, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Go! Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. Fourth down. Throwing. Dalton. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go now. And let's get in that hole.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. John Ross, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got, and it's a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Jackson, option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Deon Cain. 26 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. the party was over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now to the air, Dalton.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Andy Dalton. The left side throw complete to Adams. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. He's got Adams on the hookup. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. 20. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
368.
Get off the field. Let's get up.
Heavy.
Check 24.
It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.